Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. Alright, we have Giant Spec. Amp Spec is pretty nice. You could probably go Amp Spec, but still do VULCAN Marksman as opposed to go Giant Spec, because I do like the pack. It's a little more flexible. Because the spiders, they're already serving a very similar role to a Vulcan, just with less range. So if you line them up in the same way that you would with a Vulcan Marksman formation, I think you should be okay. We're going to give this to you, and then we're going to save the other two maybe for the Vulcans. Actually, for now, we're just going to put them on the spiders, because we're going to sell them eventually. Our opponent here is Training Spec with Hounds and Balls, both of which die very quickly to Vulcan. Do want to have fangs to start, and I think we can sell middle gun, because I really don't expect that to matter too much. All right, we're gonna leave space right here. Right, here it is, as expected. Classic hound steel ball formation. So the Vulcan is probably gonna go here. Or it can go right where the spider is. It seems to be the most central. But usually when we want to put the Vulcan kind of right in between where all the crawlers are going to be. So if there's going to be like a line of best fit for crawlers, that's where you want your Vulcan to be. Alright, the spiders are doing decent. They are getting locked on to steel balls a little bit. And then we still have some stuff on the ground. Okay, pretty good first round. This is always going to be difficult, right? When your opponent rushes something like that. But there are ways to kind of mitigate that damage. Arc Light is actually quite good. It kind of messed them up in the back line. 2 Arc Lights, toss them in the back, give them armor. They can actually stay for a very long time. Fire Badger is not bad. You can do a Fire Badger pair with a Phoenix and go straight to the tower. You can try this. Or you can use the Fire Badger kind of going around here. Let's see. Do I want the Fire Badger to go to the tower? Maybe. Or I just want to stay close and just get Vulcan, because that is what we wanted anyways. Alright, let's do that. We're going to get some crawlers. We're actually going to put oil down. This is a very common tactic. Just put oil down. That's going to stall pretty much everything here. Of course, he's got the Phoenix. Phoenix is pretty good. But next turn, we're going to swap this out. We're going to put Vulcan there. We're going to light the oil. Alright, not too shabby. Right now, everything is funneling through this choke. Alright, very late crawler. That's okay. This Phoenix is slightly concerning, but I think we should be able to get more chaff next turn. Alright, the oil is doing well. It's kind of keeping everything in check here. And also kind of bunch all the units together. The spiders are slightly lacking at this point, as you can see, especially with the Phoenix shooting at it. So my opponent is going to get this round. Alright, now we're going to sell. Additional deployment is nice. Efficient tech is also nice. Very expensive. Alright, we're going to sell. We're going to put Vulcan down. And I think we can just burn everything for this round. Next round, we're going to do something a little different. But this round, I think just burning everything is sufficient. we're going to put the fans a little behind. And we can get another squad of fan just behind this Vulcan. So in case everything at the front goes, we still have extra fan. We're going to give it maybe just plus attack here. Alright, more hounds. No problem. They do run armor. So I think taking Scorch would have been a pretty decent choice here. Alright, we do have another distraction crawler. That's no problem. I mean, we're going to put another Vulcan here anyways. So essentially we're replacing this spider, and then we're going to put like a Vulcan here. Alright. I'm going to light this up. And that's pretty much the entire army. All the hounds there are just going to go. Alright, the Phoenixes, they don't have the damage necessary to kill the Vulcan. Alright, good, good. Redeployment is nice. That allows me to actually put the spider back here. So spider should be able to deal with this very convincingly, actually. And that also gives me the opportunity to take Scorch. And we can do another Vulcan just down this way. We could probably try the center Vulcan as opposed to this way. I may regret it, but this seems to have a pretty decent coverage. And for that, we're going to add another crawler. All right, we're in business. Phoenix is trying to sneaking a sneaky flank into the tower. May or may not work, but one of them is going to lock onto the Vulcan a little bit early. And that's okay. Yep, he's going to get the tower. Pretty cheeky, but that's fine, because we're just going to make a line of Vulcan anyways. The next Vulcan is going to go right here. Potentially a arc light here, just to deal with this cheeky crawler. Alright, he does take the absorb on the steel balls. It's a little concerning because I don't really have chaff at the front to protect my Vulcan. So if he does take absorb, then he is going to get in pretty quickly, actually. Alright, he's locking onto one of the Vulcans. Not a great thing. The Phoenix is locked onto the Vulcan, actually. Didn't actually do what it's supposed to do. Okay, now it's getting the job done. But that's after the fight is already over. So I still got 3 marksmen. Oh, he's got crawlers. Ah, it's a bit painful. We would have won this one if it were not for those pesky crawlers. Alright. Lightning Storm, another redeployment. I think it's going to be super supply here. We're going to pull some steel balls away. I'm going to take the range. I'm going to take a unit. We're actually going to move this guy over. So now we have full coverage. These are fine. We can keep them the way they are. I think for now we just want to have a tower upgrade. Yeah, I think we just want to have a tower upgrade. Or we can get a missile. I'm just a little worried with this. Alright, more steel balls. Now 3 packs. This one is now level 2. They do have no armor, but they have fortified targeting. Alright, we'll see. The Phoenix is once again on the move. Alright, back to where they were. This late Qualler pack is going to be a bit of a problem. I think one thing we can do is just do a Congo line of fans. It's not a terrible idea. We could take shield and just stack fans up. And that should stop a lot of these steel ball shenanigans. Alright, now we're into 4 packs of steel balls. But now with Scourge, we actually kill hounds very quickly. And because we kill hounds very quickly, that just means the steel ball really don't have a chance to get in. Okay, that's good. Completely demolished on all fronts, which means these guys will get levels. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, got leveled. The next turn, my opponent is going to take range on steel balls, which means we will need Saber. Saber is a problem. I think I might just need to take Saber as a safety measure in case my opponent goes for Saber. But as I was saying, I think we'll need to have some sort of crawler defense. Oil is off cooldown once again, so we can definitely utilize that. Where's the best spot for oil? I want to get the dogs. And then I want to pull pretty much everybody here. I'm going to take a double attack. Let's see, is there anything I could sell? There's not much I could sell. It's just going to be crawlers. Okay. It goes for Extinguisher and the Typhoon. Okay, I didn't expect the Typhoon. I thought the Saber would have been a lot better. But happy to see the Typhoon, which means now I can sell my Saber. No reason to keep this around. It's 500 supply resources. Pretty good. Double down on the crawlers on the other side. Okay. Oh, it's doing the Foon Ball. Okay, I'm going to start out of the Sabers. And then just start adding Scorpions with double shot. Should do nicely. The steel balls, one of them did get locked on, so that's a little unfortunate. Oh, actually the sniper did the job, so that's fine. Yeah, the Typhoons, they're not gonna push it because the Vulcans, they're already leveled, so it's just a matter of getting the Scorpions out. And I do have the resources to do that, so that's fine. Tank production could be interesting. It's kind of there to stop a steel ball push. Alright, let's get Scorpions. Let's get 2 of them. Range double shot. We can get 3 of them, actually. So that'll be really nice. We'll pair them with essentially where the Typhoons are going to be. So we see Typhoon here, here, here. So we're going to need 3 Scorpions, like so. We will probably need... I'm going to move this fan over. Because I just really don't like the fact that my opponent has just a lot of units. We're going to take range so that we are at them right away. This is going to be a Typhoon shield type of situation, so I'm going to get rid of this crawler so that this guy can shoot right away. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to move this Vulcan back so it's going to move and shoot at the same time. Yep, here's the shield. Not really worried about the shield because of the scorpion double shot. Yeah, the next one is gonna go on the shield. Oh, never mind. Crawler got distracted. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Scorpion on the wrong target. Now the steel balls are in. That's where the things gets a little hairy because the balls are in. Like, once we get rid of the balls, this is fine. If it's just typhoons, it's like no problem, right? But once the balls get in, that's a problem. But so far, though, I think this is okay. We're just missing a little spot there. Oh, that's the end of the game. All right, well, good game. So, yeah. I think I guess the secret to Mechabellum is to recognize the position. So as soon as I saw the Typhoon, even though that wasn't the ideal unit, but I guess it made sense. I already thought it's just going to be a big saber with field maintenance, and that's going to brick both of these Vulcan, and then the steel ball goes in. But Typhoon is easy to read. Once you see them lined up like this, you can expect shield, which means you need shield break, and Scorpions are good against Typhoons, as well as steel balls. When you're playing giant spec or just giants in general, I think range is very important because you can't make too many giants. So sometimes you just need to have range to make sure everything is covered. For example, this Vulcan here is a bit wasteful, right? We have 400 resource countering this 100 resource crawler, which is why I mobile beacon it back, because I needed to move right away as opposed to waiting to finish the crawler and then start moving. And even then, it might just move to the tower, which is completely useless. For everything else, when you're in defensive position, I think Shielded Fang is fantastic. Sometimes when I play Vulcan Marksman, I literally just do a Congo line of Shielded Fangs, and it just takes forever to get through. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this game, and if you want to see another one, here is one for you. And I will see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.